And joining us live to speak further on the May 29th presidential inauguration is the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Gida Mustapha. You're welcome to NTA Network News.
Thank you so much. Good evening, Jumai.
Okay, this is an auspicious time for the country and 24 years of uninterrupted democracy, and now we're going to witness, a transition from one elected government to the other. I have a two-bullet question for you. What does a change of government imply for governance and the governed, and what measures are being put in place to ensure that the presidential inauguration ceremony is safe and secure for all attendees, given the ongoing security challenges in the country?
Well, I want to assure Nigerians that every measure is being put in place to ensure a seamless transition of the government of President Muhammadu Buhari to the newly elected president. And we are mindful of the times in which we live. We are concerned about certain agitations and misinformation as to what is likely to happen. But let me assure you, and at the press briefing today, the chairman of the Facilities, Security and Intelligence Committee did allude to the fact that every measure is being put in place to ensure that there will be nothing that would cause any disruption during the course of this inauguration. The date of May 29th is Sacrosanct, as provided by our Constitution. And the government of President Muhammadu Buhari will do everything within its powers by virtue of the power of persuasion and also enforcement to ensure that the inauguration ceremony takes place in an atmosphere of tranquility.
Yes, this is a very, a huge responsibility for all concerned. Now, what are you, you're working with other government agencies and stakeholders to ensure that the logistical arrangement for the presidential inauguration are smooth, efficient, and timely. How is it going?
It's going very well. We have 3 committees that are working aside the Presidential Transition Council. The committees are the Inauguration Committee, which I chair, and it has about 13 subcommittees that deal with all facets of the inauguration, starting from medicals to venue, security, transportation, and all other things that ought to be put in place.
And can you give us a little bit of the line of activities for the presidential inauguration and other ceremonies like the swearing-in ceremony and other events planned for that day? Because I know it's a Herculean task to be able to achieve all this all in one day.
Well, we've drilled this team before. This is not the first transition. As a matter of fact, I actively participated in 2015. And I was the chair of the inauguration of President Muhammadu Buhari's second term in 2019. So this is not a terrain that I'm not familiar with. And like I said, everything needful is being put in place to ensure that our inauguration goes on very smoothly and without any forms of disruptions. The security agencies, starting from the DSS to the Armed Forces, to NIA, to the Office of the National Security Advisor, with also the lead agency, which is the Nigerian Police, with all other arms of the military and security network, are doing everything to ensure that this inauguration comes out very, very well. And we will have on the 29th of May 2023 sworn in the 16th President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
The eye of the world is on Nigeria, and I'm sure that our rich cultural heritage, we know, will be reflected in the inauguration and swearing-in ceremony. What are we expecting to see here?
Well, I can tell you that the 2023 election generated a lot of interest for obvious reasons. Nigeria is the biggest black nation in the world in terms of size and population. We are endowed with natural resources. We also lead in different areas. We have the biggest economy on the continent of Africa, a very mobile and thriving youthful population. So the interest of the world has been focused in Nigeria in the last couple of months. And because of the heightened anxiety leading to the election, there were a lot of predictions that we Nigerians have been able to prove the world wrong. That we had this election that is adjudged to be free and fair, and a declaration has been made by INEC. And I believe that the world is expecting a seamless and a very, very efficiently conducted inauguration process, with a lot of expectations from us as the largest country and the biggest on the continent of Africa, because we hold the ace to what would happen on the African continent. Recent happenings, particularly within our ECOWAS geopolitical region, have been quite disturbing. So the world was looking up to Nigeria whether we were able to hold the mantle of democratic tenets and deepen our democracy. So that explains why there is a lot of expectations, and I believe that we are going to be able to deliver on those expectations.
Indeed, it's a pride to be a Nigerian at this auspicious time. What was your final words to Nigerians?
Well, truly, at this very moment, I want us to stand as proud people that we've been able to deliver, being the 7th consecutive democratic transition, 24 years of unbroken democracy. We were not given a chance, but I believe because of the resilient spirit of Nigerians, we always look ahead with expectations. And I believe that the next leadership that will come, the leadership of Distinguished Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, would take us to the next level. The 8 years of President Muhammadu Buhari have been quite rewarding in different facets of our life, in the economy, in infrastructure. He's done the best that we've been able to deliver given the constraints of COVID-19 pandemic and also the economic global meltdown. I believe with the determination and the skills that Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu has acquired over the years, having exhibited those skills in Lagos, bringing them to the national platform, he will be able to replicate it across the width and breadth of Nigeria. So I want us to look ahead with a lot of expectations, believing strongly that the best days of Nigeria are still ahead of us.
From the next level to renewed hope, I've been speaking with the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Gida Mustapha, giving us an insight into preparations for the inauguration of the incoming government. Thank you so much for coming on NTA Network News.
Thank you, Jumai.